All right, we are all packed up, headed out of New York City. First stop, Columbus, Ohio. All right, made it to Cleveland, Ohio, the first stop. I drove about 3 hours, 4 hours, I think maybe 4 hours I drove. Pennsylvania is very wide, but we're here for the night, and I've never been to Cleveland, so don't know how much of it I'm gonna be able to explore because I'm quite tired, but we're gonna get some food first, and then we'll see what happens after that. All right, it is morning. Good morning, everyone in Cleveland. Made it the first leg, like I had said, I think before. Yeah, I have to say, shout out to the Kimpton Hotel because the dogs are able to stay here, and I have Liam here. He's very nervous about everything that's going on. They both are very nervous. They didn't eat. They have like food. We made a bunch of food because they have a certain diet, and they're not eating because they're just like, what is going on? We don't know. Cleveland, cool city. Thank you, Kimpton Hotels. Something else. The pair of boots that I brought, I know you guys are wondering. I brought 2 pairs of boots. I have the West Coast with me, Morrison. I hadn't worn them in such a long time, and I brought them out, and I was like, I have to wear these. And when I did, remember I told you about walking in the rain, and that really broke them in because they were still giving me a little bit of trouble on my instep. And so once I wore them in the rain and they got just waterlogged, they broke in perfectly. And so I was like, I'm gonna take the West Coast Morrison, let's do that. So I pretty much chose a bunch of my outfits around the Morrison, and I brought another pair of boots. A pair of Rios Mercedes ropers I brought. What else? We're gonna get breakfast. The dogs have been walked, and then we'll hit the road and head to Chicago. All right, so stay tuned for the second leg, the second stop of the trip. And one more thing, I'm wearing the Dean, the shirt that I picked up at Grown and Sewn, which is made with the white oak dead stock. So I'm wearing this one on that first leg, and I'll probably throw it on again, maybe maybe not today, not for today, but maybe after. I think it needs a break. On the road again, got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your... All right, made it to Indiana. Wow, it's bright out here. Made it to Indiana, headed towards Chicago en route. Oh, you know what I'm doing? So everywhere that I stop, every rest stop, I am buying a lotto ticket, a scratch off, because I am determined to win the lotto. I know I'm gonna win the lotto. I'm gonna win something. I'm gonna win big. So yeah, stay tuned for that too. But yeah, onward to Chicago. So made it to Chicago. Quick stop in Indiana to say what's up to the family. And then now we're in Chicago for the night before we head up to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Chicago, my old stomping ground. Had lots of fun here many years ago. I'm gonna see what I can get into quickly. I only have one night here, so what I can get into. So the drive has been not too bad. It's been, well, despite my co-pilot saying, do this, do that. You're going too fast, slow down. Pay attention. So if that wasn't going on, then it'd probably be a little bit much more of a delightful drive. But I have to say, so I've done the drive before from New York to Chicago. I've done that maybe like 3 times, 4 times. But having a stop, an actual stop in Ohio and overnight, I like that. So if I were to do this again, I would definitely like do an overnight in Ohio. And having never been to Cleveland, that's a pretty cute little city. I felt like it was very cinematic. Like there's a lot of places, like in New York you don't have many alleys, and there was a lot of really cool alleys in Cleveland. And I was like, oh, I would like to come back and like actually shoot some stuff here. So I probably will check out Cleveland once more. What can we get into tonight? I tell you, it's really humid here. I forgot how humid Chicago gets. All right, so one night in Chicago. Now we are headed to Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are outside of Chicago. I don't know if we're in Wisconsin or near Wisconsin right now, but we are headed to Minnesota on the, what is this, third hotel, fourth hotel, something like that. Hotel in Minnesota. We are staying at the Intercontinental. Every hotel is part of the same family chain where we're staying for several reasons. One is that they allow dogs, big dogs, and secondly, points. So we're staying at Intercontinentals. This one is next to an airport in Minnesota, simply because it's the only one Intercontinental which would allow dogs, big dogs. So made it to Minnesota, having a night here. And then tomorrow off to, it's going to be a 12-hour drive through Minnesota, through North Dakota, onto Billings, Montana. So resting here and yeah, off to the next. I wish we were like in downtown Minneapolis or St. Paul so I can actually explore, but there's a window here behind the camera, and it's an airfield where planes are taking off. So there won't be much exploring. Anything, I'll just be in the hotel, eating at the bar or something like that, but stay tuned. All right, just woke up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The next stop, we're gonna pack everything, load everything, and then head over to Montana. So we're driving the rest of the way through Minnesota, all through North Dakota, and we're stopping in Montana, which I'm curious what the landscape will be across North Dakota. From years ago when I took a trip, I think it was pretty flat, but quite interested in seeing how Montana is, because I really enjoyed Montana from what I remember back when I was in 3rd grade. So yeah, keep pressing on.
There was nothing in North Dakota! The people were nice, but there was nothing in North Dakota besides a tornado warning and rain. We're driving through the rain and a possible tornado, but there was nothing in North Dakota!
All right, so we made it to the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, get some gas. We had to stop about 2 hours away in North Dakota to get our COVID test, because we need a COVID test to get across the border in Canada. So you have to show your vaccination card plus a negative COVID test to get through the border. So the pups are just having a little break so that they can stretch their legs and use the bathroom. But this little town of Mendoza is just really cool. It's like a old west kind of town. But it's been all through North Dakota. It's been raining, so the drive has been a bit slow, a bit hectic. But yeah, still pushing on.
On the road again. Got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your. On the road again. Got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your.
Okay, so woke up this morning in Billings, Montana. The ride from Minneapolis to Billings was long, to say the least. It was 12, we'll just call it 12 hours because we had to make a stop and, well, a few stops. An hour that took us out. I have to say, the old lady kind of was losing it last night. She had pretty much had enough and just wanted to get there and had a bit of a tantrum. But it is what it is. But glad to be in Montana, and then this route will be Billings to Spokane, which is going to be about 7 hours back on the road. So yeah, this is what we do. And now I'm trying to get some coffee. I don't know what this place is exactly. It looks like oh yeah, here it is. Trying to get some coffee to wake up and get on the road. Maybe a quick breakfast, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. But that's what we are, that's what we're doing. All right.
On the road again. Got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your... On the road again. Got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your...
Made it to White's. Look at that. Got sized, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do now, next.
On the road again. Got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your... On the road again. Got my old lady screaming in my ear. Slow down, be careful, pay attention, get some gas. Man, you're lucky I ain't left your...
Okay, so I've been in Vancouver now for almost 2 weeks, and great city, very clean, very nice, at least where we are, in Yaletown. So when people say it's not the destination, it's the journey, that definitely rings true with the road trip. Thinking about it now being here, and then what you just watched, I definitely miss that being on the road, new city every night, meeting new people. It was a really great experience, and I think that one that everyone should at least attempt in their lifetime, driving across the states. But I did have a great time in the end, even though it was stressful, or there were moments, but it was a lot of fun. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time with more videos.